Hello everyone and welcome to a second royal reading of today, a Wednesday, here at MadWorldTarot. I think Prince Harry is about to show up in London at St Paul's for the Invictus Games service, the 10th anniversary service. I am continuing my readings today on this tale, this story that has come from Kinsey Schofield about Princess Beatrice allegedly overhearing something rather chilling at the Platinum Jubilee. Meghan Markle telling Prince Harry that Diana had spoken to her during her morning yoga and told Meghan that she was pleased that she and Harry had showed up at the Platinum Jubilee. There was a lot of will they, won't they around that, of course, going back almost 2 years now. It's hard to believe. Anyway, I want to know now about the royal family, because if this story has come from Princess Beatrice, as allegedly it has, then they must know that Meghan allegedly, we're going to throw lots of those into this reading, Meghan allegedly claims to be able to communicate with the late Princess Diana and has some sort of hold over Prince Harry as a result. It might be a weakening hold at the moment, as I saw in my previous reading, but it seems to be an ongoing hold. So, Tarot of the Abyss, which is a very dark tarot for this one, because it's very difficult for the royal family if they're dealing with someone who is really under the influence of this kind of power, or enthralled to this notion that Meghan Markle, perhaps Doria too, we don't know, can communicate with his dead mother. Very powerful hold that Meghan might have over him. But we're going to look at this now from the royal family's point of view. How they feel about Meghan. If she is allegedly doing this, we don't know for a fact that she is. We're looking at the energy of this situation. How do they see Prince Harry? What do they think of Prince Harry? Have they tried to intervene and say to him, come on, this is rubbish, get over it? And how has this influenced their relationship with him? How will it influence an ongoing kind of continuum? So a little 5-card reading just to follow up on what I have already done. And I need to shuffle one more time and then we'll get going. Cards are jumping now. There you go. And let us see what the Tarot of the Abyss want to tell us. And let's remind you, very important, that this is just tarot. It is just for fun and entertainment. It's all my opinion, all speculation. I just read energy, archetypal energy, of course. The royal family being the archetypal family. And there is a disclaimer in the box below. We have the Lovers as the underlying energy, and it's very interesting that it's shown up as trees entwined. And of course they told us, I think it was in the Netflix documentary, that that's why they fell madly in love with Mudslide Mansion, because of those palm trees that were entwined. And so that's a symbol of them as a united force, not generally, but certainly when it comes to mummy and the mummy issues, and Meghan's embodiment of Diana as far as Harry sees it, and her ability to communicate with Diana allegedly. So it's very much about them. This is what draws them together. This is what unifies them very powerfully. Long past any sort of rational connection, long past the time when most people thought that they would be over, they would be done. Certainly I did. But this is what is keeping them together. Very clear with that card as the underlying energy, as far as the royals see it, because this is from the royals' point of view. So the royals think that this is what is bonding the two of them. And I think they're right. So let's see the issue that we're dealing with. We're dealing with the Ace of Cups in reverse. Ace of Cups is love. It's a declaration of love. It's unconditional love. Upright. It's healthy love. In the reverse, it's unhealthy, it's over the top, it's obsessive, it's drama, it's tears, it's being needy, it's being codependent, it's all of those kinds of things. So somebody who feels that he was starved of love now has this overflow of love because of this connection. That's how they see it. It's dangerously over-emotional when the Ace of Cups is in reverse. That's the general theme of the story that we are reading on. How do they view Megan and these claims that this is what she can do? Four of Swords. This is it's the card that comes after the Three of Swords, which is betrayal, heartbreak, pain. Normally the Four of Swords is go away and rest and recover and heal from the pain. So they see her as offering that kind of energy to Harry. I will heal you. I will take away your burdens. It's repeating the same message that I got in the previous reading, which I did from Harry's point of view. It's giving me the same message, but there is something about the Four of Swords that is always difficult energy to deal with, and that is that it's about reputational harm, and that perhaps she's normally the Four of Swords is a knight lying, he's dead, he's in a crypt, which is ironically where Harry is going to be at St. Paul's this evening, with his sword by his side. So he's out of the battle, he's done, he's finished. And it's giving me the energy that the royals think that somehow she's taken his sword, she's disempowered him, she's defeated him, she's made him weak. It's a weird energy that's coming through this Four of Swords. I'm trying to express it as best I can. Hopefully it makes sense to you. How do they view Harry? I mean, we have pretty much expressed that there, but tell us now how they see Harry in this scenario. And we got the Five of Pentacles. The energy that's coming through in this reading is duplicating the energy that came through in the previous reading, which tells me that these two readings really knit together very well. That universe is quite emphatic that this is the energy that it wants to send through today through these cards. Five of Pentacles is also how Harry sees himself, according to the previous reading that I did. What's really motivating him to believe that Megan has this ability. Five of Pentacles is somebody who's shut out, isolated, alone, ill. I didn't stress that in the previous reading, but the Five of Pentacles can be illness as well. And it doesn't have to be physical illness, it can be mental illness. So they see him as someone who has exiled himself, someone who feels shunned, outcast, alone, damaged, ruined, financially ruined, physically, emotionally, mentally vulnerable, frail, and needing her to prop him up. So as I say, very consistent energy that's coming through. Have they tried to intervene? King of Pentacles, I think they have with that. It's not coming through as King Charles energy or Prince William's energy. It's coming through as a very high status person who might be affiliated with the military, who might be affiliated with one of the organizations that Harry is involved in. I'm not getting off the top of my head anyone in particular. With that King of Pentacles, it would traditionally be an earth sign man. Again, off the top of my head, I can't think of anyone because I don't know all the royal, you know, the courtiers and people like that who I don't know their names, I don't know their signs, and it doesn't have to be a courtier. It can be a very powerful friend, a father figure, somebody that Harry, it could even be, what's his name? His uncle, Earl Spencer. It could be somebody like that. It's somebody very high status, very wealthy, very securely entrenched in society. Somebody like that might have tried. What effect has this had, this influence, this weird almost spell casting. I don't mean it literally that Meghan sits and makes spells, but this weird influence, what impact has it had on the relationship between Harry and the royal family, past and ongoing, as a kind of continuum? What has it done? It's done 8 of Wands in reverse. It has blocked them. It's blocked communications, quite literally. 8 of Wands upright is about communications. It's about free movement, fast flowing energy, very direct communications, back and forth. You know, in the good old days, I'm sure they were on WhatsApp groups and phoned and chatted and shared jokes. I've often said that that's really the strong feeling that I get from this energy when I read on Harry, that he was the one that sent the silly memes and everyone would groan and roll their eyes and put him on mute. Now he's on mute forever because the 8 of Wands is in the reverse. It's stopped them from talking to each other because he will go on and be insistent about it. Meghan got this message from Mummy Diana, and Mummy Diana told me I must leave and go to Canada. And they're like, okay, have you taken your medication today? Is that sort of vibe that I'm getting. I'm making a little scenario. I'm being a little bit snarky, but it's deadly serious. Because as I say, this is an ongoing scenario. This is started in the past and will be continuing in future. I think the influence is going to continue in future, even though the marriage, the connection, the love, the whatever there was, this obsessive love really isn't real. But because of this energy, this hold that she has over him, it's going to carry on. Lovers, Ace of Cups in reverse, his feeling that he is outcast and only she understands and only she is there to support him. Very unhealthy, very damaged, very difficult energy. What do you do with someone when they are this deluded, this damaged, this determined to believe this against all the evidence and against their own best interests? That is unfortunately the reading. I have to remind you, because we're talking about mental health and strange powers and influences, that of course this is just my opinion, and there is a disclaimer in the box below, and this is just energy that I'm reading. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again tomorrow.